everyone! Welcome to class. Today we're going to be reviewing this little video by this young woman. Her name is SSSniperWolf. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And she has, get this, 28.4 million followers. That means she has a lot of influence. And unfortunately, in some of her videos, she eats dairy, she eats meat, and she doesn't say don't do it. So our job here is to make sure that she gets this message and that she starts being vegan from now on. Eating animals is wrong, SSSniperWolf. Hurting animals is wrong, SSSniperWolf. Share this song and be vegan from now on. Eating animals is wrong, SSSniperWolf. Hurting animals is wrong, SSSniperWolf. Share this song and change your entire channel and attitude to be vegan from now on. Yes, that is our goal today. We are trying to get her attention. So if anybody knows her, go ahead and tag her. Make sure that she knows that that vegan teacher wants her to be vegan. I don't know where to put my ukulele. I have no spot. Let me just put it way over here. All right. So this young woman's name, I did a little research. Now remember, what I'm telling you might not be true because I know if I Google myself, there are so many lies written about me, but sort of basic facts. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but this is what I have about her. Okay, she's been playing video games since she was 6 years old. She was born in England. She now lives in Phoenix, Arizona, apparently, and her name is actually Alia Marie Shalesh. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Alia, I'm sorry if I'm not. But people call her Leah, apparently. She has 4 siblings, and she is the oldest. Now, she became really famous because she was playing video games and dressing up as these characters and just kind of, having fun. Just being a kid, and then she grew up, and now she's an adult. I mean, she's born in 1992, which is she has the same, practically the same age. Yeah, she is born in the same year as my son, one of my sons. So, Alia, what we're going to do is we're going to just look at this. Now, look at the title of this. Student with Down syndrome gets bullied at school. Now, we all know that's wrong. And do you know how many millions of videos there are on here of people showing kids that are getting bullied, and then they tell everybody that they shouldn't be bullied? And, of course, it just sort of goes without saying, doesn't it? Like, don't be mean to somebody just because they don't have the same intellectual capacity as you. Don't hurt them. Now, let's take that one step further and let's understand, why is it that so many people who say this about kids with Down syndrome or any other disability, but they don't carry that same logic over to the animals? Why is that? Like, what is the trait that a human has that makes us want to protect them and care about them, but an animal who has similar traits, let's say they don't have the same intellectual capacity, they're also a victim, why do we not automatically gather around by the millions and billions to protect these animals? Like, what is going on with Alia? I'll call her Leah, I guess. Leah. So what I'm attempting to do here is to make sure that you all see the hypocrisy in this and that you all see that cognitive dissonance is happening all over the world, but that we can also change this by simply teaching and by making people aware. So let's look at this. You see, she's going to watch this video and she's going to be super kind and say, oh, we shouldn't be picking on this young lady. Just have a watch.
Actually inspired by a true story.
Oh wait, before you go, check these out.
How cool are those? No way! Yeah. All right, so she gets, this young lady, she gets, this girl gets a pair of unicorn headphones. And of course, Alia here, or Leah, I'm going to probably call her Alia because I keep forgetting that she likes to be known as Leah, I guess, or I don't know, anyway. Maybe it doesn't matter either way. Anyway. So she really likes unicorns, and Alia is saying here, that's great. Everybody should be okay with unicorns. Not a big deal, even though we know unicorns don't exist. But this is a child, and you know what kids are like. So she has a pair of these unicorn headphones, and then people are mean, and there's always the mean girls who take her and tell her that she's whatever, not intelligent, stupid for having these unicorn headphones. Anyway, so of course, in standard fashion, Leah is saying, don't be mean to people who are different. Don't be mean, and be kind. This sort of consistent message. And for this, here's the mother who's talking about how she feels bad because her daughter has been picked on. And what I want to do is I want to say that this is, of course, great. It is great that she's making videos like this. It is so important that we don't bully anybody who's a little bit different. But I want to invite you to think about the kids who are vegan in school and how they get bullied, because even though you might not think it happens, it absolutely does. Kids get bullied all the time for being vegan, for caring about animals. And what I would like Alia to do is to think about that and think about helping out the animals. She should be vegan from now on, in fact. Now, Alia, if you're listening to this or anybody else, I want you to go to a small documentary. It's only 6 minutes long and it's called don'twatch.org. I know it's kind of a weird name, but that's what it is. Don'twatch.org, not don'twatch.com. Don'twatch.org. Okay, it's 6 minutes long. Alia, you need to educate yourself to know what goes on in the meat, dairy, and egg industries, because going forward, it's really important that you stop promoting any kind of meat on your channel or any kind of dairy or any eggs whatsoever, and no leather products, and do not encourage your fans to go to places like McDonald's. It's just not okay. So I know you have a heart. I'm assuming you do. I mean, you could be just doing this for the views like everybody else does. I know you've done a whole bunch of other videos where you're feeling sorry for people who are getting bullied because they can't spell, or because they, some kids have no hair, or whatever it is, all kinds of things. Like some kid who has autism, and that's great. It's really great that you're doing that. But why not go a step further and stop being a hypocrite and stop eating animals? I mean, this is what we basically want to show you, is that it's entirely possible that somebody with your fame, you have a lot of influence, Alia, and I would like you going forward to show that you are willing to do that. Let's just
School are telling her that they're just for babies.
I ain't never seen a baby wearing a uniform.
My daughter has some mental delays and intellectual disabilities, so she really internalizes things like this. And now I've always taught my daughter to be a decent human being and have kindness and respect for others.
Have you? Let's talk about the mother there. Do you think this mother has taught her daughter? She teaches her apparently to be kind and respectful. Do you think that this mother has taught her daughter to be vegan? Most mothers haven't. There's only about 1% of us who are vegan animal defenders in this world. It's not much. But everyone should be a vegan animal defender. This is the hypocrisy that happens all the time. These people who sit there, these mothers, fathers, grandparents who talk about, I've taught my kids to be great people, and yet they feed them 3 times a day, dead bodies. At Thanksgiving, they serve them dead bodies. In the schools, in their school lunches, dead bodies. Now, chickens in the industry, just to be clear, in case you don't end up going to see that video, which I highly recommend you do, don'twatch.org, here's what happens. In the dairy industry, baby boy cows are removed from their mothers. They are killed when they are born and turned into veal. The mothers are put back into the cycle of violence. They are enslaved. They are raped. Yes, they are forced to be pregnant against their will. That is rape, Alia. And the males, it's the same thing. They literally masturbate the males. They take their sperm, they insert it into the females, and I am not making this up, and it happens around the world. Go to don'twatch.org, and you will know the truth. Now, the same thing in the egg industry. When the baby boys are born, they are taken, they go on this huge assembly line, and if they are boys, they are crushed in a blender. Alia, could you do that? Could you crush a baby boy in a blender? A little baby chick? Cute little baby chick? I don't think you could. And so then it's your duty to speak out against this and never encourage anyone to eat chickens and never encourage anyone to eat eggs. Go and watch egg-truth.com. That's a channel that you can go and do some research there. That's actually not a video. That's a YouTube, an internet site. A website, egg-truth.com. So I really want you to memorize these so you can go. And if any students are watching this and you're doing research for a project, remember this. Okay? And think of this every time you watch anything like this. Anytime you hear somebody talking about how great they are, how kind they are, how they've raised their kids to be kind, ask yourself, check, did they put any dead animals or body parts into their kids' lunch? Do they have a boiled egg in there that comes from so much violence and suffering? Now, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has confirmed it. Anyone can be vegan at any stage of development, whether you are an infant, just born, and we're all born vegan. By the way, even you, Alia, you were born vegan until your parents shoved dead animals down your throat. So anybody can be vegan regardless of their age, race, gender, anything, right? Religion, it doesn't matter because it just means being kind to the animals. Being vegan is about being kind to the animals. It's not about us. It's not about us or diet at all. So that's what people don't understand. So we need you, Alia, to be vegan. We need you to stop paying for the dairy industry, stop paying for the egg industry, and of course the meat industry. Let's talk about bacon for a moment. Do you know where your bacon comes from, your ham and your pepperoni? It is horrible. Well, first of all, see, even talking like that, I say your bacon, your ham. It's not yours at all. Those things are somebody's body parts. Those are body parts. They came from animals who were dying, begging for their lives, screaming to be saved. Lambs, turkeys, all these animals don't deserve to die. Ducks, none of them. Don't eat animals. Be vegan from now on. Go to howdoigovegan.com to learn. Howdoigovegan.com, they'll learn how to be vegan. To learn why to be vegan, go to don'twatch.org. 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 Go there. Don'twatch.org. Go there. Don't forget, what did I say? Alia, which channel are you going to go to? What are you going to type? Don'twatch.org. It's only 6 minutes long. Alia, you can do it. All of her fans should do it. And then in my comment section, tell me what you learned there. Tell me what you saw. Tell me what you saw that happens to the pigs. In the industry with the pigs, the mother pigs are forced to be impregnated. They are raped. This is wrong. The males are masturbated and raped. We take their sperm and force it into these females. They are treated like machines, but they are not machines. They are sentient beings who have a right to live. Pigs have just as much right to freedom as cats and dogs, as cows, chickens, turkeys, lambs. They should not be confined in these dark buildings. Do you know that there are twice as many chickens on Earth as there are humans? Where are they all, Alia? Do you know where they are? They are being murdered right now. They are in Holocaust-like conditions. Yes, I said Holocaust-like conditions. The Holocaust never ended for the animals. Now look at my shirt. I have been vegan since June 2016. I'm not dead yet. You can do it. I want you to Google vegan athletes. Nimai Delgado. This guy is totally built. He's full of muscle. And he has never eaten meat his whole life. And he's been vegan for I'm not sure how many years. Go and check him out. Google vegan athletes. I want you, Alia, to be vegan from now on. Let's just watch a couple more minutes.
Others, but apparently not everybody thinks that way.
Yeah, some people are scum.
Yes, I agree. Some people are scum. People who pay for the rape, torture, and murder of animals. Alia, do you even know what you're doing? Do you know what you're contributing to? If you don't know, it's your responsibility to watch. Now, I've told you what happens to the chickens. I've told you what happens to the cows and to the pigs. So you already know. So now that you know, you have a responsibility to never eat these animals again, to never promote their suffering. Don't go to SeaWorld where they take dolphins and whales out of the oceans and put them into these tiny swimming pools. Have you ever seen an aerial view of what SeaWorld looks like? You have a tiny, tiny swimming pool that the whales and the dolphins are in, and this massive parking lot around. It is unbearable for them. It is like being in prison, and they are forced to do these tricks. They don't want to do them. They don't feed them if they don't do these tricks. Don't breed animals into existence. If you want a dog, go and adopt one. Now, this is what my channel is all about. I want you, anybody who knows this young lady, to encourage her to be vegan. Don't hassle her. Don't be mean, of course, because she might not even know yet. She might not have woken up. You know, her parents basically gave her video games when she was 6 years old. So that's, you know, when you're brought up like that, you don't know about the real world. I don't think she does. I really don't think she has any clue. She lives in kind of this bubble world of gaming and of dressing up and, you know, dressing up the cosplay stuff. But does she know what's actually going on? Let's make sure that she does, because schools certainly don't teach it. And why don't they teach it? Because the meat, dairy, and egg industries are very powerful. And because even teachers eat dead animals. Even veterinarians eat animals. How fucked up is that? That's really messed up. Imagine that. That would be like doctors eating humans. Doesn't make any sense. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I want you all to be vegan from now on. I want you to contact anybody who's not vegan and share to them this link. Don'twatch.org. Okay, be polite, because like I said, a lot of people just don't even know yet. It takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. That might be their first click, where they're just given some information and they're like, what? I had no idea this was going on. Oh my God. And then what happens is they feel bad, but then they go out into the world and they see everybody else is still eating McDonald's and all of this stuff. And they're like, well, you know, everybody else is doing it, so maybe I should just keep doing it. And then they get another click because somebody else, you know, they might walk by somebody and see a shirt like that and realize, well, I can be vegan. You know, I'm 56 years old and I've been vegan now for 5 years. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Yeah, all you do is you put veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart, because peace begins on your plate. Alia, open up your heart. Be vegan from now on. Thank you so much. Coming up, you're going to see a bunch of videos on the screen. Click on them, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Click on them, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Love you guys. Oh, forgot, hug. Hug time. Give yourself a hug. Now, why are you giving yourself a hug? Because you are your own best friend. You are the only one who is always there. And when you go past a mirror, no matter what you look like, you give yourself a wink and you say, hi, cutie. And even if your reflection back says, oh, I'm not cute, and you say, yes, you are. You know you are. And you make yourself laugh. All right? Because you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself, and you have to share that love for the animals. And if you've ever felt any pain in your life, for sure, you should be able to tap into what they're feeling. Love yourself, no matter what happened to you. Be vegan from now on.